Welcome back, episode 138 of Revisited, and we're getting back to our roots by talking about My Hero, I guess.
Is that our roots?
Kinda. I think My Hero is like the 22nd video of ours. When do roots stop?
Where did they start?
Well, clearly from the beginning. Golden Wind is our roots. Absolutely.
It depends on how big the tree is.
How big is our tree?
Let's go.
We are talking about My Hero Academia's Secret Ingredient by Anime Everyday. This is a very old video, something like 7 years old.
I took the liberty, because I knew I was going to talk about this, of seeing where it was in the manga and anime for this. This is in September 20th, 2017. So in the anime, it was the teachers fighting the students. That whole thing.
Okay.
Might and Bakugo and stuff.
Yep.
And in the manga, it is Overhaul versus Deku.
Oh, we're near the end of that arc.
Yep.
Which, again, as I want to say, is the beginning of the downturn of My Hero Academia.
So I was thinking, like, because, with Nux, he was just like, episode 19, and he made the video. I'm like, has enough time for the pass for this dude to be like, this is it. I'm like, yeah, I guess. That
a season and a 2.5 season? No, a season and a half.
This is episode 34 around that time.
Yeah, and I think the first season was 16 episodes, so like a season and a half.
So yeah, it's justifiable. This is still in My Hero Academia good times. And
how short they were, but how sweet they were.
And it's gonna be funny looking back, because I think this is one of the first videos that we've done since it's ended. And we'll see what they praise and how it
ended up.
Yeah. Was it really praiseworthy? Or was it just in this one little bubble moment of just, this was good. Didn't really amount to anything.
But that's so much of what happens with these bubble moments, because people have to hop on whatever the most popular thing at the moment is and talk about it as soon as possible so they can hype it up, so they can get their views, so they can do all this stuff. Because they're not offering enough. Oh no, that Faith. They're not offering enough in the way of their analysis, so they've just gotta, hey, this is different. Hey, this is great. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's going on right now is awesome. Oh, you're updating. That's why, you piece of That's why.
I just took a quick glance of the comments. The second top comment. Mm-hmm. Running themes in My Hero Academia, what is justice?
What
it means to be a hero. Isn't that kind of the same thing? The difference between the good guys and the bad guys. Kind of just one theme that you're going with here. Collective versus individual growth and achievements.
36 episodes in?
Todoroki.
But what's the collective? Class 1A, I guess? But what were they versus?
Hero Society relying too much on All Might. But that doesn't...
No, it doesn't.
Scars! Scars of Todoroki or...
Yeah. Deku scars. Ida gets some scars. But that's pre.
Blood. Seemingly in the actual liquid or familial bonds and everything.
Let's say familial bonds.
And the last theme of My Hero Academia, according to Equals 3 Able, is origin stories.
Origin story is not a thing. It's a plot device. It's a narrative device of which you can learn more about the person that it's about. There's no world in which...
This is somebody who just fundamentally does not understand what themes are. 3 of those are the exact same thing. 2 of them are just like, what?
origin story is crazy.
Scars and blood. My goodness. All right. I hope they have learned and grown in these past 7 years and become a better person.
You're not going to their channel, are you? This is going to be another Gamer Josh situation.
You know, don't even worry about who they're subscribed to. Description boys. That's appropriate bullying, though.
Yeah.
It was 7 years ago. Let's say they were 13. They're 20 now.
Yeah. You should have learned.
You've definitely... You've grown. Definitely.
No.
You presumably should have grown.
Yes.
And it is in my nature to assume that they did. And I will think better of them.
Okay.
Stain's recent introduction to My Hero was a high point of the anime for me. In this video...
Oh, he's an anime only.
Yep. That wasted my time. In this video, I discuss how he affects the the story and the characters. I don't think that there was much going after that.
Definitely not.
You got a lot of heavy lifting to do, my dude, with assuming that this is like 4 episodes after it. And then
after Stain's introduction?
After Stain's defeat.
Oh, okay.
So it was just like right into the Deku All Might thing with Bakugo.
Did they go shopping after that? Was that one of the episodes?
The next episode after that was the rest of the internships, including Froppy's filler episode.
Yep. Cool Zones.
And then they're just they're just hanging around, chilling.
Cool. This
and
is
then they talk about the origin of One for All.
The themes are rampant.
Oh, they're going. They sure are, and they're right into that. Let's go.
All right, and let's go here.
I grew up on the likes of Naruto, Pokemon, and Dragon Ball on TV. Despite falling out of love with them as I grew older, shonen anime have left
Do you not suspect that the same will happen with My Hero?
Yeah.
And just keep this in mind as the pre-glaze.
Yeah.
Please keep this in mind.
What? Yeah, I hope that you explain what you saw in them that made you be like, hey, yo, this ain't it.
Yeah.
And how My Hero doesn't have those things.
Because Pokemon, okay, I can see that. It's very episodic, going on forever. Same thing happened with me in Detective Conan. I'm gonna read it when I feel like I want to read it. Naruto has an ending. What was it? Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball has an ending. It has a goal. What is the difference between My Hero?
They're gonna explain it.
Do you believe that?
Doesn't matter what I'm gonna believe. What I believe, it matters what's about to happen.
Distinct mark on my anime viewing experience. And newer fans of the medium might not remember this, but there used to be a selection of anime called The Big Three.
No, who doesn't know?
Who doesn't know? Even newer anime fans may not remember this. If they're newer, why would they remember it? And two, to this day, people talk about the new Big Three, the original Big Three, whether Bleach should be in the Big Three, blah, blah, blah.
A term that in its prime was one of the pillars of the anime landscape. It referred to 3 titles, Naruto, One Piece and Bleach, that at a point all aired simultaneously and were the undisputed most popular shows. Since then, Bleach has finished, Naruto has finished, and One Piece at almost 900 chapters isn't going to be the sharp edge of a new generation. For a while I've watched at the sideline as nothing has come to replace the big 3. Popular shows like...
Why? Popularity. See, that's your problem right there. Things have replaced Bleach for me. Things have replaced Naruto for me. It is what it is.
If you're talking in terms of popularity, things have factually been more popular than Bleach. But it's not, that's the whole Big Three thing that I'm just like, I just don't care about it enough. Yeah. Because everybody has such a different definition. It's just like, oh, these are the 3 most popular at the time. So at any point in time, you could pick 3 things and it's like, this is the Big Three because it's the 3 most popular things of the time.
No.
So
they were just super popular anime that happened to all be airing at the same time, and they were the top of the charts for, let's just say, 2 years, and it was just those three.
Because I never really hear people talking about sales and things. I don't know how much Yu-Gi-Oh sold, but it was running alongside that. So it'd be helpful to be like,
Hunter.
Everybody knows Yu-Gi-Oh. Everybody loves Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh was selling a quarter of what Bleach was. And I'm like, okay, that puts things into perspective. But it's just like, oh, they're the big three, and you know what the big three are.
Attack on Titan have shorter, more condensed runtimes and less frequent releases. And
Is that
so? It's got to be a weekly release to be part of the big three,
and long, because it has short term.
Didn't hold my attention that long. The formulaic arcs of
Whoa.
Oh, this sounds like a big you problem here. It couldn't hold my attention for long.
And I heard formulaic
frequent releases, and even they didn't hold my attention that long. The formulaic arcs of shonen anime that seem to repeat and repeat until people stop watching just doesn't seem entertaining anymore. I'm not interested.
Why are you showing One Piece when you said that you've admitted that it's very popular still? So people have stopped watching, but it's still popular? Or are you just showing One Piece?
Seeing a character's 15th power upgrade or watching enemies be defeated with willpower and friendship. These, along with many others, were the problems that plagued the battle shonen genre.
No, I don't believe so. I believe that even with those things, as long as they're done well and you're enjoying yourself, it doesn't matter. You see a lot of that in like Don. I don't care. It's cool.
Because the alternative is you don't win with the power of friendship. You go Sasuke route of just going, I don't need friends. And then if you do that enough, that becomes a trope. You're like, oh, it's just the loner thing again. So you can do it with friends or you can do it without friends. There's all this stuff in the middle and everything. But just going, power of friendship stuff, it's just lazy critiquing because there's so much that goes into every single story. Something like Usopp going, you better kill Lucci or he's going to come up here and kill me, and that gives Luffy that final push. That's a big difference between in Urza, and it's just she's fighting the wood guy, and it's just like, the spirits of the fairy tale isn't gonna let you fall, or whatever the piss. That is,
they're holding me up, they're pushing my back.
Literally. That's when you just go, okay, that's the bullshit, as opposed to I got one more punch in me, and then there is the spirits of these muffs is making me fly towards this guy, and this guy is so stunned by the spectral vision of 8 motherfuckers that he's just like, oh, I'm cooked, I'm done.
I can't move from this spot nor defend myself from what's coming.
Yep. I could go in any dimension that I want. I control this tree. Up, down, left, right, forward, back, whatever. I've got nothing. She's coming literally at me. You have shown your willpower, and therefore I am
the will of the guild.
Yep. So that's me done. Whereas you look at something like Frankie versus Pink, and it was just like, if you survive this hit, I'm done. This is a contest of men, and I'm gonna stand here and you gonna punch me.
We're both worn out. This is gonna be my final attack. You do your final attack after.
But this bit is slowly flying toward, and he's just like, you've got nothing. I've got this big tree. And he's like, no, my guild. And he's just like, yeah, your guild. And then he falls over. And Muff's like, just stop, and nuts clap. Hooray.
This is what I want out of my series.
I'm getting what I want. Thank you, Horikoshi.
So there's always going to be that thing way, Hero. There's always going to be that way up there. Yeah. Like, if you watched an action movie, a guy gets shot in the arm, a guy gets shot in the leg, you're like, okay, I can suspend that you're going to tough through that, drag your leg, blah, 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 blah. But if both your legs get cut off and you're still beating the big bad, I'm just like, no, I'm not accepting this right now. You can't survive this. You need to burn it, tourniquet it.
You gotta do something.
You gotta do something, but you're just bleeding out and winning? No.
and I'd come to accept that myself and the genre had moved on, leaving everything behind.
And
in
if
the
you
era.
look at it purely as it's formulaic and power of friendship stuff, of course you're not gonna enjoy it because you're gonna be looking for those things when you see this.
On top of that, I hate how everybody's always just like, oh, I've grown out of it and blah blah blah. That's not necessarily the case, because there are people that enjoy a thing for 50, 60 years. It's not growing out of it. You fail out with it.
Especially considering in the next 15 seconds, you can be like, but My Hero Academia
Brought me back the Glaze, Double Gawk, Tour.
Of the big three, until a certain show came along, My Hero Academia. I sat down to watch it.
Wasn't even 15 seconds. Couldn't even give me. It was 4 seconds later, and it was your exact sentence.
Are we going to ignore the fact that he said My Hero Academia, but he has Boku no Hero Academia on the screen?
Dude, these thing weeps.
My Hero Academia. I sat down to watch the show and realised it was taking the traditional Battle Shonen format that I'd grown to hate and was turning it on its head.
Mm-hmm. Yep, different from
Hashtag
things.
chef's kiss.
It's different, and that means it's good.
What is different? Do you... Okay, but here's the thing, guy. Anime every day. Do you think 39 episodes into Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, all those things, you were going, wow, this is the same I've always seen, blah, blah, blah? Or was it just like, did it take 200 episodes? Did it take 300 episodes?
Because if you want to go formulaic power of friendship, Naruto, he mentioned Naruto. He said that he liked it and fell out of it. Where was the power of friendship in the beginning? I guess the basis that you could say is giving him his lunch. But that was the whole purpose of the test.
The most you can give is the Haku fight. The absolute most.
But it wasn't really power of friendship.
Absolutely not. It was more just like a...
You've killed my rival.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to go. It wasn't a, you can do this, my friend.
Yeah.
It was just, I'm mad because you killed my friend. And so it goes from this dude steals a scroll, test, Haku, Chunin exams, Sasuke retrieval. Where's the formulaic in that? There's one-tailed beast there. Oro, he fights once in original Naruto. Twice if you're like,
Yeah, Forrest.
What's the formulaic stuff?
When does it start?
Because if you're going, everything is turned on its head, you need to establish how Naruto had these things.
And I very much hope you explain the things that are being turned on their head, and not just going the tropes, the things we've seen.
Injecting a large variety of influences from outside Japanese media. It takes aspects from...
So does One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So does Dragon Ball. It's a Chinese folklore.
Western superhero comics and Battle Shonen, combining them to make one of the most refreshing series from the genre I've seen.
Arms out in a field.
Refreshing.
Refreshing's gotta go.
Oh yeah, it's on the list. It's being scratched out actively.
Why is that one of the worst they
Yeah,
need?
I would have liked for him to go, I've watched all of these anime and manga up until this point. It's all the same. Because he brought up stuff that began airing in the 90s.
And Attack on Titan that didn't hold his attention for very long.
A power of friendship, Attack on Titan? Formulaic?
It was still the same formulaic thing.
What the is he talking about?
Attack on Titan is not a thing I would go, this is your typical battle shonen.
And that's the problem with just the buzzwords. Because now we're just stuck here just going, okay, so you named one Pokemon, absolutely formulaic.
Yeah, it's
sure.
meant to be.
Dragon Ball, what power of friendship? What would they define as power of friendship? I wonder. Is it
that's
just
a good
fighting
question.
for friends?
Is it getting that big power up once someone you love is harmed, in danger, that type of thing?
Because that happened for Dragon Ball in Super Saiyan. Are we counting Gohan versus Raditz as power of friendship?
No,
I don't think that we should.
I wouldn't count that, but I'd count potentially Dende and Gohan when he freaked out against Frieza.
But we're counting
Super Saiyan 2?
less than 5 times in terms of once we start getting into Cell territory. I don't think that's enough to be egregious. It is, these people are around me. I want them to be safe. I'm mad that they're not. It's not happening every single
different
episode
than if you walked outside of your house and just saw like your sibling on the ground and somebody standing above them. Are you gonna go, hold on here, what's going on? Or are you gonna start swinging like the f you doing?
In years. One of the first things that hit me was the show's stylistic influences. Hero
What the style? What?
I can't look at anything. I'd like to hear the influences because I can't think of really anything.
Golden Age, Silver Age types of.
That's not enough.
No.
Aka is distinctly un-Japanese, instead taking inspiration from Western comics to create a world of superheroes. The manga's author, Kohei Horikoshi, grew up on classic Western comics like Superman and Spider-Man, using these as inspiration.
Do you think other mangaka do not like Superman and Spider-Man? What are you talking about?
I always like when they talk about these things that they never mention that Horikoshi also grew up on One Piece and Bleach. Where's the influences there?
Inspiration for his story rather than traditional Japanese series. This completely changes how Hero Aka is designed, and it makes crucial diversions from battle shonen tropes.
What are you talking about,
design? What's the crucial? What is that cone?
Don't start doing. Don't do cone target.
This. I understand background. This is right between Eden. Come on.
Come on, we can't be paying attention to big.
We have to. We're forced to pay attention to this mother. We can't pay. He is. Look, he in the middle. Deku slots in where he should be.
Yeah. Like all the other ones, you can see they're in like this U shape. They're worthless. You're not supposed to pay attention to this yellow jumpsuit dude.
No,
he is a nobody.
It is a quarter of a design.
Even the girl on the left hand, she's got like white ear things. Whatever.
Who cares? That guy is just Kamui Woods. Let's be honest. So who cares? This mug, he couldn't just even be swap yellow guy and him and we'd be fine, but you can't not look at him. Come on, make it. What was the point?
What was the point?
Completely changes how Hero Aka is designed, and it makes crucial
we were yelling about where is the design. What are you talking about?
Diversions from battle shonen tropes that stop the series falling into cliches. If you look back at Western comics of the 50s,
we're done with the design. We're done with the cliches. What are we talking about?
Yep. It's different.
and 60s, we can immediately see the links to Hero Aka. This was a time of enormous commercial success for the comic industry, and they're considered some of the best works in the medium. You can really see the similarities in comics like Justice League of America. Lots of different contrasting superpowers coming together to fight evil.
As opposed to just one superpower that, let's say, One Piece has. Everybody just has the gum fruit.
Naruto doesn't even have the same.
Dragon Ball, Pokemon are all different.
Bro, legitimately, Uchiha will have different abilities, and they're the same clan.
This month is attributing a bunch of people with different abilities as being purely, the influence is purely based on the comics of like Justice League.
And he can't even say colorful characters, because that's like every shonen as well.
Show me something where 8 months is just speedsters. Even if you look at Dragon Ball, you could just go Piccolo stretches. Krillin cannot turn into a giant ape. There are still differences there. You can't attribute different abilities to being like, it's just like this thing and purely this thing.
Justice League of America. Lots of different contrasting superpowers coming together to fight evil. Character designs share similar inspiration. Horikoshi gives his characters the similar skin-tight suits to echo a hero's power, and I'll discuss characters in more detail shortly.
Oh, we're done with that.
Skin-tight suits that echo a hero's power. What is Uraraka's outfit saying about her power? What is Mina's outfit saying about her power? Kaminari's, Red Riot's. What are you talking about?
I've got the hero costumes up here. Thank goodness that's not blurry. Deku's is baggy. Bakugo's is baggy. Uraraka is tight. Ida is tight with armor. Todoroki is baggy. Froppy is tight. You could say Minetta's tight. Kaminari is baggy. Not Kirishima. Kirishima's baggy. Not even gonna talk about Momo.
Tokoyami.
Toss up for Tokoyami. Kaminari isn't necessarily tight nor baggy. It's loose fitting. Belly button is baggy. Jiro is both baggy and tight. Mina is tight. In Tentacle it's pretty loose fitting. Tail guy Ojo's baggy. Tape guy Sero is tight. Invisible Girl.
What's her name?
It starts with an H.
It does.
Hagakure.
Yep.
In Sugar Rush, I don't want to do this no more.
Now that you're about to catch the L, you done gave up. Yeah, I got this and this. No, this is stupid. Never mind.
I'll start losing.
Yeah, I've named 18 of them. Now you know what, I'm tired.
Playing basketball 42-8. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, you is done. Sugar Rush, you can say it's tight. And Anima is fine. So, you know,
It's like a half and half.
half and half. I would not attribute tight clothing to purely a hero aesthetic.
I mean,
American
the
comics.
characters in Naruto wore spats. Like, it means nothing.
Is that hero?
Echo a hero's power, and I'll discuss characters in more detail shortly. The story of Hiroaka is set in a world where
He is just going.
It has been 2.5 minutes.
And he has made 200 points.
The design is
The
different.
influence
The tropes.
is different.
And now synopsis, boys.
some humans are born with superpowers called quirks, and the author
not some
normalizes
humans,
this
it is
concept by
90%.
giving most of the world's population superhero abilities, and by setting the narrative in a time where this has been accepted.
Why? What could we possibly? Don't be looking at the
I
audience.
have to.
Don't look at the
have to.
audience.
Come on.
Mushroom head.
There's. He doesn't even have a mouth.
Ooh, mushroom head.
The mushroom head
No,
does not have a
Right
mouth.
here. Right in the smoke.
I don't know if it's better or worse that he has a mouth.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that is horrific.
Yep. Totally a mouth.
Yep, that is 100%
World's
a mouth.
population.
Yep. Totally a mouth.
Oh my goodness.
I weep for him every day.
I am worse knowing that he exists.
Because how do you prevent like birds from?
Does he like wilt in the sun?
Does he need to be watered? Or does his body give him the sustenance by just eating food?
If somebody's eating mushrooms, he's like, hey, come on now. I'm right here.
Right in front of me.
Oh, let me just eat this human. How would you feel? Would he eat meat? With his digestive? Does he eat?
Is it just his head? He has the taste buds and everything
roots?
As a human? Because his hand looks very like just regular human stuff.
Why is he in a hoodie?
You know why.
Well, yeah, I guess obvious reason. He's a big mushroom bastard. So he's just like, nah, not today. That's kind of sad.
He gets 3 points and then he puts the hood up. Mommy! That's one.
Hey, I'm not.
I'm just trying to have a nice day out, y'all.
I'm just trying to go to the tournament.
You act like you've never seen a mushroom head.
In superhero abilities.
And this muff
And
got to
by
turn on the TV and this bit warping reality. And he's like, I'm a mushroom.
the narrative in a time where this has been accepted and integrated into society. Heroes acting almost as a new emergency services and attending academies to train their
Yes.
quirks.
What if it's 90% of the population, why would they not?
Mm-hmm.
Of course they would, because well, this muff can shrink and still have their tensile strength. Oh, they can lift up a car, save somebody, easy. Why would they not be training people?
They even go as far as to introduce an economic class system into the world, having people with quirks hone their skills and try to get spots at agencies depending on their abilities. Much like
Yes,
in
it makes sense for the story for that to happen instead of them just going, well, you're off into the hero society. No, it makes sense that it's like, okay, people want to
Isn't that
scout
Bleach?
you.
Bleach had schools. You have to work your way up to the captainship. Same thing. I mean, that's Naruto.
It's just
Naruto has schools. They have to work their way up to Jonin.
they within the ninja stuff, they have their own how they grow and go up the ladder and
class
everything.
systems.
Just like with this, it is of course going to be like there's going to be something that you have to do in order to grow and move up and be noticed.
And that's missions. And in this one, it's internships and agencies and that type of stuff.
It's just a fairly normal thing to just be like, well, we have this set thing, and how are we going to build the world around this thing? Well, there's going to be people who want to scout these people because heroes have sidekicks. So of course they're going to get them young while they're still training and then build them up and then go, okay, we got the newest hot hero, Bakugo.
education system works. And this is where our story comes in. We follow Izuki as he journeys through the academy to become a professional.
What's the problem?
That's
Is there an issue
Not
or
the boy's name.
what boy?
Why is everybody wrong about names?
He watched the anime.
And it's not even, again, I always bring up Narancia. You can up on Narancia by reading it, even by hearing it once or twice. Izuku is not a f***ing hard name.
It's phonetically, you can look at
It's one I. Why is he saying Aziki or whatever?
System works. And this is where our story comes in. We follow Izuki as he journeys through the academy to become a professional hero. Instantly you can see the strong resemblance to Western superheroes. Characters like Peter Parker are superheroes, but they're civilians first, showing how society and fantasy would mix is something annoyingly rare.
Is he a civilian first? Because Peter Parker, his job and his life doesn't necessarily revolve around Spider-Man stuff. The Spider-Man stuff is hindering his life, but Deku is trying to enter the force of being a hero, and he's in school. All of his friends are heroes. I don't think that this is a.
I'd say out of 100% of the story, maybe 8% has been civilian life. I mean, just going to the mall and buying things, that type of stuff. Hey, let's have a party. That type of thing.
I don't think necessarily not being a hero instantly means civilian stuff.
Yeah.
According to them, they would, but that's
No. I'm talking about the ending of My Hero itself.
Oh my goodness.
in the battle shonen genre. Well, shonen's
What about the battle shonen genre?
A genre that you've fallen off of and presumably
society-
don't have much experience with.
society and fantasy would mix is something annoyingly rare in the battle shonen genre. Well, shonen stories
That they don't just go around shopping and stuff?
What
Sometimes?
What did he say about the mix? The fantasy genre mix? What did
The
he say?
fantasy and the day-to-day life, I would assume.
anime to become a professional hero. Instantly you can see the strong resemblance to Western superheroes. Characters like Peter Parker are superheroes, but they're civilians first, showing how society and fantasy would mix is something annoyingly
Society
rare in the
and
battle
fantasy.
shonen genre.
Society and fantasy make, and they're civilians first. First off, these kids are not civilians first. They are heroes first. They are in an entire school specifically to be heroes. Hero course is not a class in the rest of their life. They do not go home. They live at the school.
Fantasy and society, that's Pokemon. We see like Machokes and Machamps carrying wood and lumber and stuff like that. There's
Doing actual jobs.
commerce with Pokemon.
There's entertainment shows with water Pokemon.
There's firefighter water Pokemon. This is that. And this is also going into what he said before with they're integrating the what did he say earlier? I forget what he said earlier.
Integrating the society and fantasy.
No, earlier.
You gotta come better.
Jobs, heroes, something. Yeah, whatever he said. He Pokemon. And I'm like,
While shonen stories usually revolve around good guys fighting bad guys with no real consideration for society,
One Piece.
But society plays into the bad guys a lot of the time.
Pain. That was it. Literally his point of just, you can't kill me because then somebody's gonna kill you, and then what? Yeah, I blew up your place. You're gonna blow up mine, and then what? We're gonna blow up your place harder.
And the people just continue the cycle of hatred.
One Piece, Doflamingo. Of course, justice is gonna prevail. Whoever wins is gonna be justice.
Speaking of societal terms, the military is there to protect the ruling class, and it's in a fantastical setting. It's legitimately real life politics playing out in things like One Piece in a fantasy setting. Like,
Western superhero stories focus more on saving someone rather than defeating a bad guy. Usually a villain is attacking a city rather than just attacking the good guys. This is an important difference in narrative style that Hero Aka really embraces. It's what gives an extra layer.
How many people were saved in the first 39 episodes of My Hero Academia?
Why ain't you showing that? You sure did show Todoroki fighting Deku. What's the hero stuff that you be talking about?
I think the within like 8 episodes, they fought the League of Villains.
Yep. Where the League of Villains were specifically targeting them. I don't know what you mean. And maybe you could show it and we would know, but
Of depth to the stories. When people are fighting, it's not just their pride or their dreams that are on the line, it's the lives of innocent civilians.
Bro, you cannot be talking about an Attack on Titan, One Piece, in Naruto, Bleach. You cannot be talking about these things. And I'm just naming a thing you personally have shown.
I don't where does this happen in My Hero? Did Gran Torino happen yet? Yes, he did, because that was the
Internship.
yeah.
So post thing, because he would have had full college.
And they went to go help people when the Nomus were attacking. When else? Come on now, dude.
It's their pride or their
And
dreams that
he's
are on the line.
really thinking about the hero society as a concept.
Yes.
Not about what actually happened.
The
up
day-to-day
until this
stuff
time.
we see.
Yes.
Just that, oh, there's a society out there that is nothing but helping people. And we don't really get to see it. Well, yeah, it's a different story.
It's the lives of innocent civilians, their jobs, and their public image. Variables sorely missed in Battle Shonen.
No, their public image. Why would
Holy
Naruto care
crap.
what he looks like when he's saving a mother? Why would Luffy care?
And then there's also the fact that if it's just not really explored, the public image thing.
No, and of course it's not Ichigo's job to be a Soul Reaper. He's not getting paid for it. He's doing this.
But we don't know. Mountain Lady was trying to grow up in the hero ranks. I think she's like number 24 at the beginning of the series.
Mm-hmm.
What functionally in the world, money-wise, whatever you have, is the difference between 24 and 15?
We don't know.
2 times, 3 times, 0.5 times?
You get a raise, you get more sponsorship opportunities.
What is the difference? Why 10 to 2? What's the difference?
The missions you get that can be more lucrative.
But somebody like Wash isn't necessarily
Washed.
He cooked. But he's not a big, powerful, strong hero.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't obviously go for the Fireman is attacking. What's his name? Dobby.
Yeah.
Dobby's attacking. You wouldn't send Wash.
Well, you might with the water.
You wouldn't send Wash.
But here's the thing. Would All Might at number 8 be any different than All Might at number 1? Couldn't tell you.
What's the? It's all about people voting. What's the votes between number 3 and number 2? 1,000, 2,000, 8,000? How much does Endeavor? He goes, "Oh, I'm always chasing All Might's back." How big is that gap?
Like, if Mount Lady is number 8, what did she do to get those votes? Because it's probably not strength stuff. She probably did a couple missions she could do, and she's provocative. Is that it?
But somebody like him is just like, it's enough that they do have the hero ranking.
But again, it's a different framing device. It's a different story. Of course, it's not going to be like this at other one because a lot of other places don't have a ranking system. They don't have jobs where they're just like, I am going to school for this job that is the job of the world until I can get the job. Like, it's not going to happen. So yes, it's not going to be the same because it's different.
And it's also a problem with praising something like that so early into it, where they've done
always
nothing
a
with
problem.
It. They've done nothing with it, and you just go, yeah, they do have a hero ranking thing, and that helps the world. In what way? Well, it exists.
This would be very much like when Demon Slayer, they pulled out the ranking, like we went up a rank, and then you went, oh my god, it's got ranking system. This is awesome. Why don't more shonen have ranking system?
You want to explain anything about that? Oh, no?
This is very interesting to see in our age of salary and social status being at the forefront of desire. And a lot of traditional hero stories,
Nami wants money. Usopp wants status.
And a lot of traditional hero stories, he said.
to see in our age of salary and social status being at the forefront of desire. In a lot of traditional hero stories, the hero just turns up, saves the day, and returns to a completely disconnected existence. Hero Aka forces society and its heroes to mix constantly, as being a hero.
You said that's Spider-Man! What is he talking about? Where in Hal Jordan just goes into a stasis after he saves somebody. He just T-poses away into space until he's needed again. The f is he talking about?
The only thing I can think of is that society as a whole has a structure in place for heroes where they are earning money for their saves and that type of thing. Spider-Man is broke because he don't get no money from that But again, that's just a different world and different story.
But there's
just
bounty
enjoy the
systems
way it's
with
done.
One Piece.
Which is never utilized.
There's things like that. Your the level of mission that you do facilitates how much money you get in Naruto. There's things like that. So people come up and just go, the bridge builder was just like, yeah, this is a D rank. It's like, actually it's an S rank, but we broke boys.
We can't afford a S rank.
Doesn't separate you from being a normal person. We have constant shots of people in hero costumes doing normal things like commuting to work. Creating this kind of world just...
But we've seen many series. Naruto does normal things and just commutes to their half of the and Haku arc with them walking towards the shit, getting on a boat.
Literally, Zootopia has a scene of just like giraffes, how they travel when there's a mouse next to them. You have to facilitate all sorts of animals, and they do in this world.
There's candy deconstruction on Whole Cake Island.
I want to know about Mushroom Man, and we're not hearing about
We're
that.
never hear about Mushroom Man.
When
how does the world facilitate Mushroom Man?
When Tentacle Man went to the mall, they were just like, yeah, we got forearm tailors. It's just like, oh, is it just every single shirt that he has is specially made? Wouldn't that get mad expensive?
So expensive.
So, or does he just go, oh, I like this shirt, and then he just cuts a hole in it, or what? It's lip
does
service.
His mom sew
no, because his mom hates him.
Oh yeah. Does he sew a bunch of arms to sleeves to it? Like, has he become a great sewer?
Who knows? We're
knows?
not told this information. We're told lip service of, yeah, there's tailors for everybody. Okay, so you gotta facilitate this mushroom
why is
bastard.
Mushroom Man in just a hoodie? You would expect him to have some special clothing to prevent the bugs and birds from eating his mushroom head.
Maybe he is simply mushroom shaped, and it is just human flesh.
No. Then it's necrosis because it was all brown and stemmy.
It just looks like that.
So what does a sick mushroom head look like?
What indeed? That he's always teetering on the edge of life and death.
Makes it a lot easier to connect with the story. Now, all of this genre subversion and building upon the idea of society integration...
This bastard has not mentioned any subversions! What is he talking about?
A normal person. We have constant shots of people in hero costumes doing normal things like commuting to work. Creating this kind of world just makes it a lot easier to connect with the story. Now, all of this genre subversion and building upon the idea of society integration gives the series a solid base to stand on. The first season doesn't do much with the concept, and the tournament arc that follows is, let's face it, a bit shit. It's in the second half
So the tournament arc was awesome! It's like my second favorite arc!
So this is episode like
39.
This is episode
Somewhere.
39, and the tournament ends at like episode 30. So you said 30 episodes were just dogs?
So the first season doesn't do anything to play with it. Second season is...
Is it actually episode 30 exactly? No, it's not.
So close. So very, very close.
It's like episode 28.
with the second season where the series really starts to shine. The student heroes are sent out on internships into the real world, and a villain appears that, for me, puts the series on a whole new level. A character called Stain is introduced, a brilliantly designed villain that at first seems like the incarnation of evil. His ripped clothes and tattered appearance give him a psychotic serial killer look, but it's not his visual design.
Is that... Okay, he goes.
That impressed me the most. Lots of characters in Hero Aka look interesting. I think it's Stain's ideologies that make him stand out.
Okay, I was about to say, he goes, he's designed well. What's the well designed? He looks like he is a super edgy villain, but he's actually not. He has ideologies behind it. Is that it? Just the disconnect between the
How
look?
about you listen up and he about to learn you something.
But he also goes, a lot of the months in My Hero Academia look interesting.
Nah, but not like staying interesting.
But I would like to hear him go, unlike Naruto, where they don't look interesting. Look, this guy is just in a jacket and some pants.
We are halfway through this
video. I understand.
We're not getting explanation.
I understand. But you can't just drop all these months in My Hero Academia look interesting. So that just goes, okay, they all look interesting. Can you tell us why they look interesting? That also must mean that other things don't look interesting, and can you tell us why they don't look interesting?
On top of that,
just don't bring it up.
On top of that, even if it looks interesting, that doesn't mean it looks good. I think Koda looks interesting. I don't think he looks good. That's Anima.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, what was Sugar Rush then?
Sugar Rush. Sato!
Yep.
Now, at the time of writing this, he's only featured in half a season, so his character could progress differently in the...
Oh yeah, it really could progress differently, huh? Splattered and forgotten.
Active hindrance.
It's the craziest bars that you could have written. Dude rocks up and just like, All Might, you're still beloved. Look at that person cleaning your statue. I'm gonna help you. Come here and kill me. Or something? What the was that? And then he just goes, yeah, there was this one prison guard that was just like, oh, my family, all the coordinates. And I got the coordinates, and here's the coordinates. And then he rocks up and helps the villain and dies. Gets criticized once and dies. He stinks. It is Horikoshi flipping a page. He got a stack of papers. They all fell down. He went, oh, Stain. I forgot.
Reintroduced that bastard.
I gotta tie up his story arc somehow.
Oh no, I was supposed to do that 35 chapters ago. What could I possibly? All for One should already have his ability. I'm cooked. No, hold on.
Wait. I can fix this. Let's just put him in here.
All right, we're gonna cut down the racism. They don't really need an explanation for that. It'll just happen.
Put the pig in, and they'll get it.
Yeah, I'll get this exposition character.
He can just yell all the themes, and we can just cut out the rest of the 30 chapters I had prepared for the racism stuff. It's fine.
Mina's fight.
We can cut that. It's fine. We need time for Stain. I'm running out. And then his mom comes in for one chapter and dies.
Perfect.
Got it.
He took a puzzle piece from a whole different puzzle. Just kind of cut around it. Just perfect. He's flawless. No one will ever know.
Nothing.
Oh, he showed up for something to help the villain and die.
I've frozen you. All for One. Well, good thing I have this blood expulsion quirk. Huh? I always knew you were gonna betray me, Stain. That's why I did nothing about you. What?
And that's why I kept this quirk from someone somewhere. Specifically for you.
I knew about this quirk, specifically searched it out. Instead of searching you out and just stealing your quirk, you were never with me. So there was no benefit to keeping you around, but I let you go.
Yeah, why did I just let you move through the planet?
With the knowledge that you would betray me.
In fact, if I killed you and acted like the heroes did it, it would martyr you and bring more people to my side.
But this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, Horikoshi says as he's penning this.
As he's turning it over to the editor at that point. Now listen, this isn't gonna make a lot of sense.
But you have to not think about it.
Just go with me here.
He has a blood expulsion quirk. He refreshes his DNA, okay? We're good, and now he's dead. All right? He died proclaiming All Might, and he's basically killing All Might. He doesn't know he's dead.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
And that is the page down for the hero killer Stain. Are we gonna get anything?
The book closed.
Do we get anything in the final chapter? We got in Mr. Compress reading a book. We got 3 panels of Bakugo in his graduation and studying. Do we get anything for Stain? Does anyone mourn him?
Does anyone acknowledge him?
Well, the answer may surprise you, editor. No.
Well, if some villains were alive during that time, maybe they would have. But I'm killing the one that really, the 2 people that were really into his ideology.
Hey, the lizard guy, wasn't he a big fan of Stain? Flips the
It's
page.
all in the book.
I guess he was. No. The book was about Shigaraki.
No, it was about the League of Villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess you have to mention Stain.
Yeah. This is why we all got incentivized.
Lizard Man doesn't know what happened to Stain. Lizard Man doesn't know what happened to the League of Villains.
He knows Toga.
What was he writing?
Yeah, for all those moments he wasn't there. Like that Toga Uraraka conversation. What could he possibly be writing?
And then we all split up. I went brain dead. And I read Toga died. This kind of fell off.
We caught the L.
Mom, it's like 3 pages left, and he calls. It's like, okay, we all got together, and here's the big plan. And One for All is gonna do all of his page flip. I read Toga's dead. Compresses in jail. And
Shiggy's dead.
Shiggy's dead. I don't know what happened there. Apparently, some dude was in his mind, from what I'm hearing. Some guy just told me that Shiggy was like, hey, yo, I destroyed everything. He didn't.
Some guy that Shiggy hated.
That killed him.
Could be lying to my face. I don't know.
He told me that Shiggy said that he destroyed everything when he ain't destroyed nothing.
I don't know what Shiggy thought I was going to glean from that message, but I ain't get it.
What message is he trying to send me? Was this some coded thing that I was supposed to understand?
Because as far as I see it, Heroes won and everything
I'm in jail.
As is. We're worse than we've ever been. Really.
To be continued?
What could you possibly write about in the future?
And such, this was the tale of Shigaraki. He destroyed nothing and died.
His death, so I don't even know what happened in that final battle. He just, you know what? Y'all know what happened.
Yeah. It was being recorded, so what he saw was
a bunch of hands.
Deku punched him. He got encased in a cocoon of hands. He hopped out as somebody different.
He saw Deku fly into the cocoon of hands first.
And then he came out with no arms.
Yep. Deku cooked.
And then he comes out going, I am all for one. I am no longer Shigaraki. And then Deku punches him. Shigaraki comes back out and he disintegrates. What happened?
He destroyed everything.
Does Spinner write that?
He has to. It's the book.
It's like, it was crazy.
The book is gonna be half them playing League of Legends on a Saturday night. He don't know what's going on.
What does he understand of One for All's takeover? He just copped out of just like, and then that guy who I looked at, he took over him. Question mark. A lot of question marks in this book.
Five ghostwriters is trying to put together these scribbles.
Trying to piece together the puzzle because they don't know.
No, he just dumped a bunch of info down and just,
This dude was this dude, and then he became this other dude, and then he turned back to that dude, and then he died.
Conference in prison, like, that's not how it happened. The fuck is this? I ain't never said them words. They spell compress with a U.
What's a sexy 28-year-old naked chick that was in League of Villains? That wasn't.
I ain't seen none of that. What was I?
Well, this is just fabricated. I don't know. This is.
He wasn't even in the forest. What is he doing? Why is he writing what happened when we captured Bakugo?
He couldn't shoot lasers. He was a lizard. What?
Racism good. I don't think he
Who published this? We had our disagreements, but my goodness.
#1 bestseller.
Who buying this?
Half of the pages are blank.
Didn't Deku write a book? Where's that bestseller?
We're just killing trees for this. Ain't no words on them.
What happened to Shiggy?
It's just a JPEG of the final confrontation. Did he think the video was gonna play in the book? What?
Wait, Gran Torino lived?
So wait, he gets a hole punched through him and he gets to live, but Toga just kind of gave some blood away.
Stabbed once? What?
And she's gone?
Okay.
I don't think the heroes tried with her.
Yeah, Dobby was hot as the sun. That makes sense.
He lived.
Wait a second, that doesn't make sense for them to hop up there with the robots. How did they get to the battlefield? He's just lying.
Yeah, he's just telling the truth for the whole thing.
They're just like,
no, that's not what happened.
He
Impossible.
unlocked an ice quirk? What? That's not his quirk, stupid.
No, it happened as independent. Yeah, okay, Spinner. Just put it out. Just.
Where are we?
What's the point?
Stand out. Now, at the time of writing this, he's only featured in half a season, so his character could progress differently in the future.
Oh,
It
yeah.
depends on the direction of later seasons, but certainly the dialogue he's been given so far suggests a really promising collection of themes.
A promising collection of themes.
That was a disgusting sentence.
Delicious. It is the juiciest chicken breast you cut through and it's like butter. It is a feast.
Exposes a hypocrisy in the world of Hero Aka, criticizing the hero system for having a fake righteousness.
No, it doesn't. It says that it does, and it showcases nobody. It is it is just like, hey, this Bubble Man, he's not a real hero, and then he slices his head off. I don't know that mother. This means nothing because we don't see the Hero Society. This is just some dude telling us that the Hero Society is bad when we've got the #1 hero, All Might, carrying 15 people, and he's just not like, buy my milkshake.
Money over real justice. And you start to realize that he might be right. Heroes in the show work. They're employees of companies. Although they preach their desires for justice and peace, they're really not too dissimilar from villains. This becomes
They're
they
way
are
different.
100%. They have, this muff can grow to the size of a skyscraper. You're putting your talents to work. It's no different than
In
being
a positive way.
being an engineer. You have a talent and you are working using that talent.
more apparent as heroes get TV advertising contracts and strict laws on the use of quirks.
This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Start to appear. Stain starts to blur the lines of good and evil, which
Stain has never blurred those lines.
He kills Ida's brother, he injures Ida's brother, whom we have no information about. So we can't be like he could have been a super altruistic villain, a hero of just like, I'm purely helping people and I am in an agency because it offers me better opportunities to help people. It is faster response times.
Well, what did Native American hero that Stain was about to kill, what did they do wrong? Is Mirako his version of what a hero should be? No agency, don't care about money.
Doing it for the love of the game.
For the love of the game, putting them villains down.
I want to kick people and I'm good at kicking people, so I'm going to kick people.
Is that what he wants?
Number 6.
which becomes the strongest narrative arc in the series. We start to look...
There's been 3 arcs! What are you talking about?
But wouldn't Todoroki be more of a stronger narrative arc? Because
he never mentioned the themes, by the way.
I understand.
The promise.
He just said themes. But wouldn't that be you are not your ability? Because that's what Deku was also going through. That's what Momo went through.
You are your own person. You are not who your parents want you to be.
Expectations. That was very powerful there because a lot of people were dealing with that. Bakugo at the very end where it's like, you gotta fight me because this win feels hollow if you don't. The expectations. That's pretty strong there. Not just lip service of Hero Society bad because this Native American guy got a job. Ooh, that sounds bad out of context.
In the series, we start to look at every character differently, realizing
what? I'm sorry.
Gran Torino is in a rundown house.
Apartment, really.
He is a hero who has a lot of prestige.
Why would I look at Best Jeanist any differently pre and post thing?
Because I don't know this it's not just you are in an agency or you have an agency so that purely means that you're doing it for the money or for the fame or for whatever. It could be, like I said, just this agency has 800 people in it, so that's 800 different opportunities. So a burning building, that is, we got 600 people that could deal with a burning building. I'm just a fast guy, I can't do that, but this muff that can shoot water out of their eyeballs, they can do that. So we send them over there and they get helped. And again, what happens? Burning building, water person goes shoot and puts it out. Do they just go, all right, here's the bill, police officer? What?
Yeah, is there an invoice? Just like scan here.
Yeah. They muffin points cards with just like, yeah, I saved 8 people this month.
All right, 82 points. That equals $1,300. Nice.
And we talked about it before, but like a politician or a high-ranking CEO or something like that, would that count more? Would you get more for saving somebody like that than just some old lady?
Yeah.
It's just not really explained. It's just like, yeah, there's hero agencies. Okay. Can you explain anything about them?
They exist.
And I think they go into it in Vigilantes because I know they show All Might's hero agency, but even in this, it's not in this proper, and it's not, especially here 39 episodes in, and this month is praising it, going, Stain is tearing down the walls of this oppressive society
and blurring the lines between good and evil as the audience views it.
Where?
that there isn't a binary good and bad in the world of Hero Academia.
No, there is. There is.
Yeah, the dude that is just like, this frog girl, I'm gonna touch her and disintegrate her.
Yeah, he might be on the binary bad.
I think that's pretty bad.
Hey, he may have had some tragedy put upon him.
That don't mean that you can just disintegrate frogs.
Hey, Uraraka loves saving people, but she also wants money. I'm not gonna put her down on the 60 scale of good out of 100. She's a good person. She just wants some money for her people.
And are we also saying that something in Naruto is purely good versus evil? Because if it's just in everything, what are we praising here? Excellent.
Character differently, realizing that there isn't a binary good and bad in the world of Hero Academia. This is furthered by Stain's attitude to the more traditional villains of the show as well. He doesn't easily side with the villains either, almost declaring war on everybody. He really reminds me of Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist, a comparison that starts to become more and more common in these later episodes. Much like in FMA, you start to doubt the system. Little details such as laws controlling the intentions of quirks start to suggest that morality isn't as black and white as it seems.
Yeah, morality and all that, fine, that's cool. You're not talking about the heroes and villains and the people, though. You're talking more so society isn't as altruistic as it would lead you to believe in terms of the hero society.
But when you have a million different people that can have a million different abilities, there has to be regulation. We saw that with Gentle. You can't just be like, I'm just going to use my ability when you don't have a good grasp of the situation, your abilities. or anything, because you could hurt people. So of course the hero society is going to be regulated like that.
And it might not be the number one objective. There's so much control and mystery around their integration into society that the idea of heroes all fighting for one unified justice just seems so unrealistic. And Fullmetal...
But what series has anybody fighting for one all... Nobody, everybody's wants, motivations, goals, justice. Everybody's is different. Even within the same faction, it will be different. Some people just want a good fight. Others want to hurt or save people.
Shaman King, they wanted to become the Shaman King. They all had one goal, but they all had, for different reasons, what they wanted to do once they became the Shaman King. This is, again, what has this month seen?
Fullmetal Alchemist, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece,
Pokemon.
Attack on Titan, Pokemon.
I don't think they saw One Piece.
Alchemist, the show establishes very firm beliefs in all of its characters, and then as the series goes on, it slowly breaks down each of those beliefs and makes characters 180 on their ideologies. It does this in a way that forces characters to change in the story, creating some of the most...
Isn't that Naruto where he's just like...
about to say iconic.
You know he's about to say iconic. But isn't that Naruto where he's just like, what is this ninja tool stuff? I'm gonna dismantle that. The Neji fight. This isn't fair. I'm gonna dismantle that.
Yeah. Fate and all that. You.
180 on their ideologies. It does this in a way that forces characters to change in the story, creating some of the most interesting character arcs in anime. I don't want to...
This is 7 years ago. Iconic was not part of the lexicon that heavy at this point.
Please press play and say iconic immediately, please!
As rash as to say that Hiro Aka has currently been on par with FMH narrative, but it is interesting, and the show has already established a number of characters that fit this potential mold. Bakugo and...
Potential mold. Do you understand what you're saying? You're praising this for the potential it could have 39 episodes into however many episodes this thing is gonna have. You have to understand this.
It's not that it's doing it, it's not that it's doing it well, is that it may do it. It has the potential to do it.
It set up some things that may come to fruition in a way that you find satisfactory or good.
Hey, it's gonna be potentially like this other thing over here that I like. That's also ironically the good thing. The only other good thing.
Todoroki have backgrounds where they both want to be heroes and fight for justice, but also have a disdain for the system. I can quite easily see this...
What? Todoroki and Bakugo do not have disdain for the system.
I don't. What
he has disdain for his father and disdain for Deku, respectively.
Yeah, I don't think Bakugo has commented on the society.
He said, "I want to go to a top agency to give me the best chance
to be in the best school."
What is you talking about?
What's the society that he's going against?
Do you understand My Hero Academia?
And if he's also going against society, what makes Stain so special?
Being a future story arc, and one that would work very...
It could come back in the future, and it could be good in the future. I don't know. But I'm interested, and my interest means that it's good.
But also have a disdain for the system. I can quite easily see this being a future story arc, and one...
Whoops.
Muff is railing against society, but yet he participates in it.
Curious. How do you think he feels about the Gentle arc?
Boy, how does he feel about anything in My Hero after this?
Yeah, are they still making videos?
They are still making videos. This 2 months ago.
Were there more Hero?
No.
Oh no. He learned very quickly the tropes.
I'd like to know how they felt about later things.
that would work very well. Endeavor is probably the best example of this. He's hailed as the number 2 hero after All Might and is pictured saving people countless times on screen, but he's far from a just character. The story is that Endeavor forced a marriage on Shoto's mother for the sole purpose of having a child with their combined quirks. He birthed Todoroki as a weapon to become an even stronger hero than himself. Endeavor put Shoto through extremely harsh training as a child and mentally abused his mother.
Okay, you're talking about a person, a character, as opposed to a juxtaposition, or not a juxtaposition, but a conflation of society itself.
This is the kind of backstory you would normally find in a villain, but in the world of Hero Aka, Endeavor is considered a hero for justice. It's this contradiction that Stain is talking
because people don't know that he did that dirt, and once they find out, they're like, "Get this piece of out of here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what happened. He's not a good person, but he's trying to he's doing good things for his own purpose.
Yeah.
Very anti-hero-esque.
About. They're fighting evil with another shade of evil.
Ooh,
there seems to be no true justice
shot.
in the world. But not all the characters
Go back.
You were too busy talking about the shot.
It was not a good shot.
That Stain is talking about. They're fighting evil with another shade of evil. There seems to be no true justice in the world.
All Might is worthy.
Yeah. The principal of the school. What's his evil? What's his gray area? He's the principal of a school teaching people.
I mean, what is President Mike's? What is Eraserheads? What is Cinder Toss?
I don't think that Eraserhead is in a agency. I don't know. Maybe
he's just teaching kids.
Vigilante. Go read that.
Yeah.
But
Gavin.
But this month is just going. There is no true. What is true justice? Doing it purely for the love of the game? Well, there is a month out there doing it for the love of the game, kicking mom for the in fun of it,
for the thrills. And if some moms get saved along the way, hey, that's gravy, baby.
But they're not. They are purely accepting everything that Stain is talking about, but not realizing that we're not seeing any of this. We got Endeavor, absolutely. We've got Mount Lady, absolutely. But who else? He attacks Ida's brother. We don't know about it, and this dude is just like, well, I guess he sucked. He deserved it. Oh!
But not all the characters are as ambiguous. You have clear villains such as Tomura Shigaraki and clear heroes like All Might and Deku. These are characters that will help us navigate the moral landscape of Hero Academia, almost providing a scale. I think it's this mixture of good and evil that gives the series a unique twist.
Ah, yes.
Naruto, Bleach.
Yes.
Yu Yu Hakusho. Hunter.
Lieutenant Surge was just like, Pokemon are tools, they're weapons. Yeah, I forced my Pikachu to evolve. You should do it too. And then he got beat and shook Ash's hand.
Yeah, Ash got cooked. Was like, Pikachu, maybe we should also. And Pikachu was like, no, I can do it.
And they did it.
And they did the thing.
It's just like, dang, maybe there is another way. And he shook this kid's hand and happily handed over the badge. This is Pokemon.
Season 1 Pokemon.
This is the thing that you watched. Lieutenant Surge. What a horrible name.
You knew what the vibes were.
4 kids Pokemon. Surge. Water, Misty. Rock, Brock.
Then gave up. Ash, catch him. Because he's catching Pokemon. Good Johnson, that's a race.
Psychic. Sabrina. Can we do that? Is that?
No one's going to make the connection because everyone will make the connection.
If nobody's going to make the connection, why are we doing this?
All right, we got the voice line. Everyone's saying Sabrina. We're already in there. Let's go.
Wasn't the poison chick Erica?
I think so.
They gave up. They were like, we got it. They're hooked or they ain't.
What were the gym leaders? What were the first gym leaders' names?
Brock, Misty, Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Sabrina, Giovanni. I feel like I'm missing like... Okay, there's 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think I remember Gary's badge thing.
Brock, Misty, Surge, Erica, Koga.
Koga was a fight man.
He had a coughing. Sabrina, Blaine, the dragon.
The magma.
Yep. And Giovanni.
Yeah, they gave up.
Yeah, they just went, all right, we got some names now. We had some funs with the puns.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina pushed it. Now we got to back off.
We got the FCC on our back, so we got to pull it back a little bit, y'all.
We got to act like we got a bunch of normal names out there, and Sabrina's just one of them.
It's just a normal name.
All right, Erica, Blaine,
Koga.
Where did Koga come from? You giving me Blaze, Bronx, and Koga?
I never heard of people just like, what's a name? What's a person's name?
Like, was that even translated from Japanese? Is his name just Koga in Japanese? And they just
Why was his name
fine.
Koga?
That's crazy if so.
That doesn't make any sense. No, his name was Kyo in Japanese.
What?
Why is he Koga?
Why is he Koga?
What?
Crazy.
Koga. The best and most beautiful bikes for passionate bikers. That is our mission since 1974.
Hey, they got us with Koga too, y'all. So please, Blaine, please don't be a person.
Those are some nice bikes.
Hey, Koga kind of cooking.
Hey. Koga is the second. The Pokemon buff is the second. How did the Koga bikes beat Koga Pokemon?
I think Koga was also someone in Inuyasha.
Okay, so Koga is 3 places in Japan. Akibara. Now I'm not even gonna. So yeah, it was referencing.
Yep,
Japan.
Was Koga?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a Koga in Bleach too.
It's just a common Japanese name. Why did we? What?
Ah, he was a Bount. Oh no. Oh, he was a Bount. Oh, oh, the memories came rushing back when I saw him.
The Death Note was touched.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Jinkaria. I remember Jinkaria. But that dumb looking. Have you ever seen?
I've seen it, but it's been so long. One of these days, I'm gonna rewatch the Bound arc.
Oh, it's so long. Look at this chode. He stinks.
He sucks.
This dumb mohawk. It's horrible.
He looks like the fire Pokemon gym leader.
Oh man, were you designed by Kubo? I hope not.
Kubo can cook better than this.
There was a filler with where the Zanpakuto took human form.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask. Where Kubo?
Why would I?
Kubo designed. He has a big axe. He does have a big axe. Oh, the Bount arc. Look at him fighting in a little ice dude. This sucks. And they had German. Their whole thing, because you got the Arrancar, they're Spanish, and theirs was German, so they'd be like
the Espada,
Heil, Ikenbuka, and then they squeeze their thing, and the thing would come out like oh dude.
Bound arc sounds horrible.
And then there's Jinkaria stomping around. doing nothing until the end, and then dying and being forgotten, and then
Hashtag Stain.
Hashtag Stain. But no, though, because when Ichigo was in his Arrancar training, it was just like, go into this Zanpakuto room and fight your inner demons. He fought Kenpachi, he fought Byakuya, and then he fought Jinkaria. And Jinkaria was just like, it's me, Jinkaria, imparting knowledge and wisdom that you don't know about, I don't know about. So am I a ghost? Am I a spirit? I don't know what I am, but I am Jinkaria.
Of your
Rah!
That sounds horrible.
It is. It really is. What is he talking about?
What is he talking about, actually?
He has 2 minutes to talk about it, though.
Landscape of Hero Academia, almost providing a scale. I think it's this mixture of good and evil that gives the series a unique twist. Setting it aside from the typical battle shonen is the reason I've ended up watching over 30 episodes of a genre that I thought I was done with. It reflects our own society of people worshipping fame over morality. Justice isn't put on an unrealistic pedestal. And Stain is...
It is. Almighty.
Yeah, Stain is putting it on a pedestal going, you guys are not All Might, so
You're not
you all
worthy.
suck.
Yeah.
just the start for the series. Like I mentioned, so far he's only had one small story arc and would need a very calculated and well-written trajectory to be anything close to the likes of Scar from Fullmetal Alchemist. It's important not to-
Whoops. Now what? What happened to all that potential? That's the problem with praising potential. When it doesn't happen, now what?
You looking real foolish.
He was punched in the stomach and exploded in a blood fountain, and
Couldn't
he
even
died.
get his sentence out.
He's gone. He accomplished nothing. Society did not change
He
because of him.
accomplished negative.
He made things worse. The society changed because Deku murdered the biggest, baddest guy. It wasn't because Stain just like, hey, there's another way.
Hey, now. Uraraka changing society thanks to Toga, who was influenced and inspired by Stain.
Yeah, because we can just say that things are changing, and that means that things are changing.
How else are you going to
That's
know
how
that
you
they're
tell
changing?
a story.
If-
That's storytelling.
Yeah,
That's how you
they're
write
telling
things.
Yeah, it's in the name.
I'm telling you a story. Isn't I?
Get carried away too quickly in a story like this. The first 20 or so episodes were not nearly as impressive as the most recent ones, but
So you blowing this, talking about all the society and rankings and all this stuff, when you
Based
got
off of
9 episodes of peak and 20 episodes of it's alright,
Mid.
where it doesn't really talk about the stories and the things that you like that comes later, and then you start praising potential future
So
stuff.
what kept you hanging on? Because you said it's so rare for a series, for a genre I thought I was done with, to do over 30 episodes, but you did 30 episodes of mid, and then when 9 episodes of peak, oh my god, now we're cooking.
And you can't even recontextualize it like, okay, now all this stuff makes sense looking back. You're still just like, nah, that was just kind of aight.
foundation is now there for a story that subverts traditional shonen and superhero narratives.
This was legitimately around the time of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
So this was peak subversion time.
And today, if it was made, it would be peak iconic time.
It comes in waves.
I think what the story needs to do is continue blurring good and evil, with Deku as a kind of pillar of morality. We need to explore the faults with heroes and the hypocrisy of the system. I'd love to
Yes,
hear
we
about
do need to explore that.
Hey, that would have been a great story.
We don't just need to say that we are exploring it. We need to actually explore it.
But how about racism? How about this is an entire thing a bunch of people know about that will never be explored? Here's my sad past. I'm glad I can tell you this in 2 pages. And here's a pig man to go, y'all, maybe we're the baddies. Are we the baddies?
But you don't get, as much as Ida got there, you don't get Ida going, wait, why did he attack my brother? Hearing him talk about all this bullshit about hero society and it being corrupt and not...
What did my
really
brother
real.
do to deserve a Stain lashing?
Was he not as good as I thought he was? Should I carry his name? There's none of that.
Is he the baddie?
Is he the baddie?
faults with heroes and the hypocrisy of the system. I'd love to hear about incidents where heroes had to choose between one of two evil outcomes, where heroes who pride themselves on their unwavering loyalty to justice were forced to break that moral code.
Whoops!
Sir.
You created a story in your mind based off a 9 episode that you wanted to
100%.
see.
The second that My Hero Academia ended and he didn't get any of this muff turned it to sand and blew away. He does not exist
He was Flint at the end of Spider-Man 3.
Welp.
I just wanted a good story.
We've already seen this at the end of Season 2, where experienced heroes tell Deku and the younger heroes that during their fight they should have picked an option that would leave two other characters to certain death. Todoroki loudly protests this and we enter a moral grey area. This is the kind of storytelling Hero Academia needs to stick to if it wants to continue breaking the mold, but that's all to be seen in later seasons. Let me know your thoughts on what I've discussed in the comments. Do you think the story is on its way up? Can it progress into something more than just your standard battle shonen? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, please do click the like button and check out some other ones.
Based upon what they said about growing up with Dragon Ball, Naruto, Pokemon, they must be around our age.
Yep.
So 7 years ago, let's say they were in their late 20s. I would like to see, but I started developing that, hey, wait a second, Naruto is trash at age not 18, as evidenced by my Anime Lens review, which is
Uber cringe review.
I need to do like a dramatic reading of that one day. That'd be good.
Be fun.
That'd be good member content.
Yeah,
Give him
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Or even yeah, we should be able to find our old like comments from like forums and stuff and just read it. Yeah, oh dude, absolutely we should do that.
Oh no. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That could be some fun.
Yeah.
That's a negative 8. Whoa, Temple!
Yeah, no, you don't just be like, hey,
because the potential of greatness.
The potential stuff, him going in all this stuff in the beginning, he primed it up like it was 39 episodes of peak. And he's talking about all the Hero Society and doing it all for this. It's just like, well, this all was just in his 9-episode chunk. Unlike all these other shonen, it's like, so you only like 9 episodes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was crazy. The 9, I'm gonna bump it up to a 9 because My Hero is doing all these great things. Now the first 2 seasons are kind of trash.
It didn't really have a narrative hook or whatever he said until this moment.
But this arc right here, though,
the month didn't even talk about the theme of backstories.
He didn't really talk about any themes. Really.
He mentioned things.
Things.
Origin stories. Terribly sorry equals 3able.
Yeah. Oh, that man, whoever that was, that commenter, jizzed over Demon Slayer. Jizzed over it. The theme of origin story, cooking. All right, let's get out of here. I'll tell you what we need to... Remind me tomorrow to tell you what we need to watch and or read for viewer request month. There's not going to be a lot. Oh, those are some faces. Regular Saturday content this Saturday, y'all.
Hopefully. The big 3 today are, this was 6 years ago, My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Black Clover.
Okay.
And 7 Deadly Sins. Personally, it should be the big 2 because Black Clover has the most annoying anime protagonist of all time. Factual.
He yelled. I am subscribed to Giga, and he told me he yelled.
Yes, he does.
And then 3 months later, he went, well, actually, it's
up
kind of peak.
I grew up as a teen watching anime in the late 90s and early 2000s with Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, Gundam Wing, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, Dot Sign.
Hey, Digimon! Had all that he was talking about. I wasn't even thinking about Digi. Blurring the lines and all of that and good and evil and
it was around the time of all that other stuff coming out.
That's crazy.
Inuyasha, Full Metal, and by the time Naruto came to the States, I got into it only to switch to watching it subbed because hearing Naruto say "believe it" a million times got annoying. In fact,
they cut that out in like the first arc and a half.
Absolutely did. after 2006, I started to watch less modern anime and go towards old school anime instead. Also, Fairy Tail used to be great, but it dragged on forever. This comment was a roller coaster. Why did you just bring that in?
All right, yeah, we're out of here.
That's it. We got how many episodes before viewer request month? We have 2 proper revisiteds and 3 streams, 2 normal and 1 DSP, which is on my birthday. Look at that.
Look at that. We're back to film on your birthday.
Hey, hopefully.
Hey, DS Politic boy.
It's going on now.
Oh, is it now?
Maybe not right now, but it's
tonight.
Oh, he's on Kick. What is it?
At the real.
It's
DSP.
gonna be the coldest takes. He's just gonna be reading people's opinions and just going just mugging at the camera, going.
Are you guys ready for this? Someone else's opinion. All right.
It's gonna be so lame.
Yeah, this is gonna.
It's gonna be so nothing. He's gonna get 200 views.
170.
He's gonna get next time around 70, and then the next time after that around 40, and then it's gonna be around 50.
I guess it's over, guys.
Then I guess it's over. Like all the mothers.
Why would you start a politics channel after the election?
I don't want to get into all the stuff that he stopped and talking about it and stuff like that, because he stopped DSP Reacts, DSP versus. He stopped all of this stuff, and I want to talk about how he stopped it and how this King arc is killing things.
Yeah, things are being born and killed at a record pace.
And I realized why exactly it happened.
Champion's done.
It's purely because he doesn't know why people like him.
Yeah, no. He doesn't know why people gravitate towards the content they're gravitating towards.
So he's just like, WWE champion. No, that didn't work. He doesn't know what
it worked
do
for
to
a while.
Keep people.
It works for a while.
That's what the King stuff is.
Because it's always, it's shiny jangling keys. He wants new keys at all times. When he was strictly gaming, he wanted the new hot releases because those are new jangling keys that everybody wants to see. People want to see the Champions thing. All right, do the Champions thing. The content itself is boring. No, it's not. It just has to be played out. Everything is always played out. It's done. Black Myth Wukong killed the streak. What? The hottest game at the time killed the streak.
There's no other reason why it would have stopped. It's not that somebody just didn't show up. You've been milking these people for far too long.
You're boring.
It couldn't be anything. It's simply the game that I was playing. That's the reason why it stopped.
Hey,
people don't support
barely hitting the streak. It must be the game I'm playing.
They don't like me. They don't want to support me for me. They know that I'm here and providing good content. They don't care about that. It's the game that I'm playing this game, so they like it. And that's the thing. His mindset is, I need to play something. It's not me. He doesn't know why people like him, so he can't lean into that. He leaned into the King stuff because that's what people like.
Yeah.
And now he's just barely mentioning it.
It's been so long
since Halloween thing.
The most elegant, most intricate costume he's ever had.
It was. So we gotta stop. There's so much to talk about with this at DSP Day.
Hey, DSP Day might honestly be like 6 hours.
It might be a chunky one. Because there's so much to just talk about.
Let alone anything old, new clips, DSP tries it, all that stuff. Should probably throw a feasting with the King on this one.
Should probably. It should probably be the Halloween one.
That works.
That was bad.
I didn't even see it, so that double worked. Dude, one of my favorite DSP things of all time we've ever done. I don't even know why it's so funny is when he's holding up and the muffin starts and he goes, I don't know why it's so funny. Just take a look at that. Oh, shit. It's slowly tumbling. It's the funniest thing. I want to do It's probably in my top 4 funniest things in my life I've seen. And I could not explain to the next person. I can't explain to you why it's so funny.
The muffler slowly tumbling down. Oh shit!
God, I love Phil.
All
right,
it's
yeah.
gonna be fun.
That's gonna be it.
It's
For
gonna
us.
be a wee woo. We out of here. Hopefully, this is the start of the comeback.
Been here for years.
Actually, have been.